This is democracy. Richard Madeley dismantles calls to keep single market after Brexit. Mr. Madeley dismissed calls for the government to seek to maintain membership of the single market and customs union after Brexit. The TV presenter argued British voters did not separate leaving the European Union from leaving the two EU institutions and the government should deliver on their decision. Speaking on BBC Question Time, he said, "I don't think that the 52% of people who voted to leave had a silent caveat in their heads when they put a tick in that box. They didn't think yes, we want to leave but we want to stay in the customs union and the single market because if you stay in the customs union and the single market, you are not leaving." Debating the matter with pro-Remain businessman Richard Reid, Mr. Madeley continued, "You may or may not be right that it could lead to economic disaster for this country if we do leave but I'm sorry, this is democracy." In a moment of clarity, the Prime Minister said Brexit means Brexit and a few people said well, what does that mean? It was obvious what it meant. She meant that we were absolutely going to leave hook, line and sinker. Mr. Madeley did also say it was time for proper leadership to deliver the demands of the people. The clock is ticking, we've got 10 months to go and I think it is now time for proper leadership on this. A proper acknowledgement the people have spoken, they want to leave, that includes leaving both those organizations that you name, and let's go on with it and make it work. And I voted Remain. Speaking out in favor of staying in the single market and customs union, Mr. Reid said people should get in touch with their MPs ahead of a crucial vote in the Commons to pressure the government into remaining in. The Innocent Drinks founder said, on Tuesday the House of Commons is voting on whether the government should at least keep the option on the table that we could stay in the single market and the single market. I think this is when the voice of the people needs to be heard again. If you think we should at least keep that as an option, then please email or call your MP tomorrow and say it's a good idea to keep it as an option on the table. I, as a member of the people, would like to keep the opportunity to stay in the single market and the customs union. So we can make sure we can keep trade and keep growing the economy and creating jobs." MPs are expected to carry out a crunch series of votes on amendments to the government's Brexit bill, including one tabled by Labour that would force Theresa May to seek a deal protecting the benefits of single market and customs union membership.